Good morning everyone. Just want to start off by saying I hope you like what I've done with the, I've made a bit of an effort with the decorations for my presentation this morning. So I just want to talk to you a little briefly about who we are. Obviously, as you can tell by the accent, we don't come from this part of the woods, but I run the company with my brother. We're based at the Big Yellow Self-Storage on Southend-on-Sea. We're a family-run business, and we currently employ 9 of our staff. So the services, we've got a whole list of services that we offer, but just talking about a couple. The decluttering service is basically if you want to put your house on the market and it's looking a bit cluttered in there, we can, and you want to maximise the value, get the best photographs taken, well, we can come in and obviously take away some of your possessions and store them at our storage place, obviously, so you can get great photographs taken and get the maximum value for your house. And then obviously when you move, we can deliver that back to you and you can put it all back out again. Obviously, just moving on to the Move It Gold service, that encompasses all of these services. So we can come in, do all the packing, all the moving, the storage, the cleaning, the unpacking, and take all the rubbish away, make the beds hoover up. So we can do as little or as much as you want. So I just wanted to talk to you this morning about a professional removal company versus do it yourself. A lot of people think, oh, I can have a go at that, it's just that I'll just hire a van, I'll get a couple of mates and I'll do it. So I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about what the benefits and kind of pitfalls are. Obviously, a professional removal company can't compete with the cost of hiring a van. That van that you see in the picture there, that's called a loot box van. So without getting too technical about it, if we move down to the average property size, for just a normal standard 3-bed house, you would need 3 of the vans, and you'd need 3 of the vans to get you out of there. So the big mistake that people make is they hire a van, they load it up, and then they're waiting in the solicitors to transfer all the money, they're waiting in their keys, and then we turn up to move the people in and it's like 4 in the afternoon and their house is still full of their possessions because they've just got to their new place and they're trying to unload their van. Obviously you've got manpower as well. Everyone says, oh, I'll get my friends, they'll turn up on the day. And you've got 6 people lined up to help with your move, and then on your move day it's down to 2, and you're really up against. And obviously you get extra charges as well. The van's got to be back at a certain time. And you get extra insurance charges. So if you were to hire Move It Removals, we provide trained, experienced, uniformed staff. We provide furniture protection and property protection, which we'll touch on in a second. We provide hanging rails, so we can literally just take your clothes out the wardrobe, hang them on our hanging rails, and then just rehang them at the other end, so you don't need to pack anything away. Obviously we're fully insured as well, so while your goods are in our possession, if anything gets damaged, you're obviously covered fully. If you do it yourself, you're not covered at all. Our terms and conditions, as I touched on with the National Guild of Removers and Storers, to do with the testimonials, they're logged with the Office of Fair Trading, which obviously protects you and it protects us as a company. And we obviously provide, as part of your quotations, we give you free packing boxes as standard. So I've talked about, people think they save money by saying, oh, my brother-in-law works at Tesco, I'll just go and get crisp boxes or something like that off of them. So obviously when we turn up, it's just an absolute nightmare to pack it, and all your possessions that you've worked so hard to collect, they aren't protected, So what Bernard touched on, we see that quite a lot. People walking out with a box and it just falling out the bottom. So that's a kind of furniture protection. If you can see there, that's like a leather armchair, and then we put one of our specialist strong wrap covers over it, so it's fully protected. Not only does it protect the actual item of furniture itself, it fully protects the the property as well, so when you're taking it out round like door checks and stuff like that, obviously nothing gets chipped or damaged. And again, for a leather settee, you can see there, so the fact that they're leather and stuff like that, they get caught in the door checks, or you've got, sometimes they don't fit out the front door, you've got to take them out like the back door, down a side alley, you know, and people have lived there for, it's all overgrown, there's fence panels falling down, so when you've got something like that cover, that arrives there in the condition it was in your house before we started to move it. So just wanted to talk about packing. It's the next thing. They're the two main things. The actual moving itself, people think, oh, just get a van. And packing, obviously, if you get the packing wrong, it can be a total disaster. So this picture here, we moved a chap to from Dagenham to Little Yeldon, and we basically, it was a 3-day job. 3 lorries plus a van, 6 men to move him out of this place. And when we got to his new place, we filled his whole house, and that, what was left over, so that was 1 lorry load of possessions. It goes right round the back there as well that you can't see. So we said, what do you want us to do with all this stuff? And he just said, put it in the garden and I'll cover it with a tarpaulin. So he literally, we stacked it all up like that, and he covered it with a tarpaulin. So yeah, it's always good before you start doing any sort of packing, is have a little sort out, because honestly, you just do not want this to happen on move day. So obviously option 1, packing yourself, you're uninsured. So even if you hire, like I've talked about it before, but even if you hire a removal company, if you do your own packing, your boxes are uninsured, because it's like owner packed goods. So the insurance company we can't see what's put in there, how they're packed or the damage before you put it in there. You'll obviously, it's time consuming, it's really boring as well. I know I shouldn't be saying that, but it is. It's really time consuming, and you'll be living in boxes for weeks, and obviously you're liable to breakages as well if things are put in there and not packed in the right manner. So obviously if you choose a Move It packing service, you're fully insured, depending on the volume. If it's just a standard pack, we can come in the day before, pack up the whole lot for you. We've got experienced guys. We obviously use the proper china and cartons and bubble wrap, obviously, to protect all your possessions, ensuring that they arrive there damage free. So the kind of 5 golden rules of choosing a removal company. We're a member of the National Guild for Removers and Storers, so you always look for their logos to choose a regulated company, and obviously never choose a company just based on low prices. There's obviously like van and man amateurs out there that will turn up with the van that I showed in the picture, and never take it for face value, because the lesser companies as well, what they do is they say, right, that's you booked in, there's no paperwork or anything like that, and then they get a job that's a better sale value to them, more expensive, and then you phone up and they're like, no, we're not moving you that day, you never booked in. So make sure you get proper paperwork with a contract and pay a deposit and all that. And obviously to avoid any of the issues, just book Move It removals and your move will be fine. So just quickly, I passed round the cards. So we get monitored every month on the feedback cards. There's 200 and something odd members, I think it's 250 members in the National Guild of Removers and Storers. So you can imagine the big massive removal companies all over the UK. So we managed to make it in there twice in the last 18 months into the top 10. I think it was number 7 and number 9. So we're pretty proud of that. We only registered as a limited company in 2011. We've made it to the final of the Southend Business Awards twice. We won in our first year for new company. Our second year we get highly commended in small business. We get some like action coach, business coaching, and we got to the final. We got up on stage in London basically out of all the businesses in the whole of the UK for action coach as well for customer service. So we're pretty proud of our achievements in a short space of time. So that's me, Craig McBane, Move It Removals. Thanks a lot for listening. Have you got any questions? Ray?
Off the wall. What's the weirdest thing you've ever had to move?
The weirdest thing I've ever had to move was 2 stuffed pike fish in a glass cabinet. That personally, when I was on it, that was all the guy was interested in. Wasn't caring about anything else. That's all he wanted, to get protected. They were £2,000 or something like that, I think. You know, these stuffed pike. It was like an antique thing. You know, and that was all he was caring about. His wife was running about mad, trying to get the place all cleaned up, and he was just going, "What's my pike, my pike?" Kev?
Craig, what a religion like Craig. I've known Craig 5 years plus, he's been a customer of mine, and I've watched him develop and grow his business, and his detail of everything he does is fantastic. I totally appreciate where I work as well, and I've spoken many times.
Yep.
I've done a one-to-one in the week. One of the questions that I would like to answer on behalf of the group, what is your ideal referral you're looking for us to recommend you?
Yeah, well, my ideal for the people that are members that sit round the table that are involved in property at all, you know, if you can put us in front of any of your clients, you know, that are looking to obviously move home, but predominantly we'll move anyone at all, but we're looking for people that have lived in their house for a long time, and they're looking for the whole stress to be taken away, you know, getting us to do all the packing and all the moving. So that's really like my ideal kind of referral. Ellen?
Brilliant 10 minutes.
Thanks.
But do you have, I mean, is it, when you quote for actually moving, whether it's for certain parts of it or for the gold package, is it always bespoke, or do you have sort of a fee structure?
Well, it really goes on the volume. I always try and go and see like everyone that wants to move, because that job that I showed you from Dagenham to Little Yeldon, that was out a 2-bed house. We took all that stuff. So obviously people have got their lofts floored, they've got garages built in their back garden, big sheds, so we always need to go and look just to calculate like the manpower, the vehicle size. But yeah, there's rough parameters for each property size, but again, just depends on how much or how little they've got in there.
Yeah. Sorry, I can have another quick one. How much notice do you need to be given in order to, how far booked up are you at the moment?
Yeah, well, Fridays are like the most popular like moving day, so we're still like extremely busy at the moment. So we're already taking like bookings for the second week into December. The Fridays are already starting to get full, but normally a couple of weeks' notice we can fit it in.
Right, do you do a house clearing service?
Yeah, we do. I don't advertise that because we don't really push it at the minute. But we've got like a waste transfer licence as well, so we can do clearance stuff as well. But again, to get it done professionally, loads of people say, "Oh, we can come in and take it away, and it's 50-60 quid." But to get it done correctly, you need to take it to like a waste transfer station. So it's 60 quid minimum drive-on fee, and then the actual dump fee on top of that's like £110 per tonne. So people just think, "I'll just take all this rubbish away," but it might work out like 200-300 quid just to dispose of the stuff itself before you even put like our costs and time and stuff like that on top of that. Okay.
Do you do office moves as well, or just
No, we do office moves as well. So we've relocated, you know, a few big offices up in London with like 30 staff. Obviously, we're still growing at the minute, so we could probably get 12 guys. We've got 3 guys that we use on a part-time basis for like big, if we get like big office moves. But the bigger you go, the more like manpower you need and the more like planning that goes into it. But yeah, we can do them.
One more question, anyone?
Yeah, one was just, sorry, go on.
When people are sizing down old people in great big houses going into tiny flats, have you a facility for helping them to sell their goodies?
We don't actually do that, Bernard. What we've found is as well, even charity shops and stuff like that, there's all rules and regulations. They don't want to take like certain stuff that's got to have fire labels, and without some of the second-hand places around here, we've found not to be the most reputable. You know, people obviously come in and it's, you know, it's a brand new leather 3-piece suite or something for saying sake, and the guy's like, I'll give you 20 quid for it. You know, so we just think you'd be as well putting it in Gumtree or eBay or something like that to sell it. So we don't really get involved in that side of things.
Thank you very much. So on behalf of the group, 1 to 10 minutes break.
Thank you.
Very much.